So as promised, we are here at Face Reality talking about acne with Laura. Laura, how did you get started?
Well, I had acne growing up and I never grew out of it. I got it to my mid-30s and I still had acne. I felt like I had tried everything. I had gone to several dermatologists. I had gone to several estheticians over the years, tried so many different products. I was at my wit's end. And I met a woman who was specializing in acne. She was an esthetician, so I thought, well, let me give this one more try. And she cleared up my skin.
Wow.
So at that point, I decided I had to do this work too, because I know there's just so many people out there suffering with acne, and I really wanted to help people as well.
And then you got committed to solving other people's acne.
Exactly. I really wanted to help people with acne now that I knew, I had a sense of what worked.
So what percentage of people who come here with acne get completely cleared?
Well, we actually did an independent survey, and we get over 90% clear based on our survey results. So what we have noticed is that if people do exactly what we tell them to do, and they're using their home care exactly like we tell them, and they're real consistent in doing their home care, people will get clear and stay clear.
And it's a lot of lifestyle change.
Exactly. It's,
and
acne,
you coach them through that.
Exactly. It's an ongoing process. It's, until you grow out of it, you're going to have to treat it. So, they have to use their products religiously, and they have to have certain lifestyle changes.
Yeah, that's why probably adults show better result, because they're complying better.
Yeah, for the most part. Once you hit your 20s and your 30s and sometimes even your 40s, you really want to be done with this, and so you're more committed to the process. We do have some teenagers that we have some problems with, and we just tell their parents to bring them back when they're ready to have clear skin.
What is acne really?
Well, acne is for most people, it's an inherited disorder of the pores. There's about 5 layers of skin cells inside each pore, and if you are acne prone, you're shedding way more dead skin cells inside the pore. Normal pores will shed about 1 layer of dead skin cells per day, and acne prone pores will shed up to 5 layers of dead skin cells per day inside the pore. So that's where the problem starts, that all those dead skin cells form a plug, which creates the acne, and sometimes that plug will get infected. And that's when you have the pimples and the pustules.
Okay, so let's talk about the root cause of acne. Is it hereditary? Is it your food habit? Or is it something wrong you're doing to your skin? What causes it?
Well, it's the inherited propensity for those dead skin cells to pile up inside the pore. So there are other, if you have that inherited propensity, then there are other things that will make it worse, like stress will make it worse. Makeup with pore clogging ingredients will make it worse. Eating foods that are high in iodides and other foods that are high in androgen hormones like peanut butter can make it worse. But you have to have the inherited propensity in order for those things to make it worse.
Now, I've heard all my friends and many people I know say they come here and it clears out, and they tried everything, nothing worked. What do you do differently? I mean, how are you so successful?
Well, that's a great question. How we're different is that we use specific ingredients in our products for the specific type of acne that you have. If you have more non-inflamed acne, like just blackheads, we're going to use vitamin A propionate and mandelic acid. If you have a lot of inflamed acne, we're going to use more mandelic acid and benzoyl peroxide. So how we're different, it's not just the ingredients that we use, is that we account for the skin's ability to adapt to products. Because a lot of people have tried acne products and they work for a couple, 3 weeks, but then the skin gets used to it and it stops responding. Well, we've taken that into account. So we adjust the home care every couple of weeks. We'll keep pushing the skin to get clear by using say there's serum a little more often, like we'll start every other day, and then we'll in 2 weeks we'll up it to every day, and then in a couple weeks we'll up that serum use to twice a day. So we account for that skin's ability to adapt.
Now, Patrick, do you see a lot of men coming here to treat acne?
It seems like we're getting more and more men. We've never really done a survey, but I would say about 35% of our clientele are men.
Is it because they neglect their skin, or they're not worried about their skin? That's why you see more women coming here as opposed to men?
Well, not necessarily. Whereas boys are more likely to get acne at a younger age and have a more severe case in their teens, they outgrow acne at an earlier age than women. So I think the reason we have more women is because they're more acne prone into their 20s, 30s, and even 40s.
Okay, now is the treatment the same for men and women?
It is. Men and women, you have to treat their skin exactly the same.
Now, when men come to treat acne, do you see them come at a very later stage when it's really bad, or they're very preventive too?
Well, not necessarily. I think some men, especially the ones that are termed metrosexuals, they're very concerned about how their skin looks, and others just aren't so concerned, but it really affects their life when they have a significant case of acne.